Dance instructors, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to build your online dance community in 8 steps. Most dance instructors do not have a proper offer and they do not have the proper business structure or strategy to actually make money online, especially as they're traveling the world, teaching at these weekenders, these festivals, and having different workshops. If you don't have a proper offer and the proper business strategy and structure to build a business online as you're traveling the world right now, this is the easiest offer for you. The best platform for you to build your community online is called Skool, Skool.com. And there are already many dancers making money online, making good money, 20,000, 10,000, 40,000. So I'm going to show you who's making money so that you know this works and it's going to work for you. This community is making lots of money, around $20,000 a month. DNY Salsa Academy. They already have 318 members and they are using this community, this platform to build their community. Another dancer, ballroom dancer, Ina has a ballroom academy. She charges $99 a month, has 390 members in her academy. And so there are already dancers making money, and the next one should be you. So I'm going to give you 8 steps on how to launch your Skool community just like they did. Step 1 is define your offer first. Don't build blind. Okay, so you need to make sure you have your niche clarified, your audience clarified, and you need to have a picture in your mind of who your dream client is. Of them, what are the psychographics of them? How do they think? What things do they do? The transformation that you want them to have, what would that be? You're taking people in their dance journey from point A to point B, and you need to really think about what it is that would be and that they would want, right? And so also make sure you have an offer duration. When you're thinking about your transformation, taking a student from point A to point B, how long is that going to take? How long is that transformation? Is it 6 weeks? Is it 90 days? 3 months? 6 months? How long is it going to take? And don't forget, you are selling access and promising a result. Those are the 2 big things that you need to remember in step 1. A lot of dancers and instructors that have offers, their offer isn't clear and it might not be selling because the promise isn't clear. People really don't know what results they're going to get when they pay you. So basically, if you don't know your promise, your community doesn't either. They're going to feel vague. It's going to feel vague and they will not buy from you. Step 2, do market research with your email list or audience. What does this mean? You need to ask your audience what they actually want. What are their struggles? You need to figure out what it is that you need to be building. You cannot assume when it comes to making a product for students that you think would be good, because it might not. And you're going to end up doing a lot of recording, a lot of work, putting something together when it might not sell to a group of audience that wants to buy from you. And it might not be what students actually want from you. So make sure to save you time to actually build something that's going to be impactful is to use your email list to survey them, ask them what do they want when they're dancing. So like, here's some questions. What do you wish you had more help with in your dancing? What's been your biggest struggle lately? If I built a dance community, what would you want to learn inside? You continue to survey them to see what levels they are, how many times did they train, get more insight around your audience, your community that's on your email list, or past or present private students, one-on-one students. And even when you're at your workshops in person, at the end of the class or at the beginning, mention that you're going to create this community or an offer and ask them what would they find valuable in that offer. Okay, don't go make something that you haven't tested and actually gotten data and people saying, hey, this is what I would pay for. So all in all, let your members shape your product. Don't build off of assumptions. Step 3, decide on your minimum viable product, the MVP. So this basically means, what's the smallest but most valuable mix of an experience that you can put together for your clients. So basically, after you've gotten the data, after they told you kind of like what they're wanting, what they're looking for, where their struggles are, what type of video content, what type of feedback, coaching, mentorship, drills and templates and things and your expertise in certain products, what type of experience at the minimum level can you create that's going to get them from point A to point B as far as their transformation? What's going to get the results that you promised them and that they're expecting? And why I say minimum is because we don't want to go all out at the beginning. You don't want to go maximum. You want to go minimum because that's what is most efficient and what's going to get them to their. What we want to do is get results. We don't want to overwhelm them. We don't want them to feel like they are paying for things in the community that they're not using. If they feel like that, they're probably going to cancel. So we don't want that. We want it to be a straightforward offer, a straightforward way and customer journey to get from point A to point B of what they're expecting. And we want them, your students, to actually feel like, man, I can do that in this amount of time. Number 4, really, really important. People miss this, but step 4 is set a launch date and stick to it. Okay, give yourself enough time, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, no longer than a month out from you getting the idea that you want to launch a community. Do it, right? So set the date, tell people about it in person, tell people about it on your stories, and then you launch it. You open school and you get busy. Don't push it back. Okay, don't push it back. The reason people push it back is because they feel like they have to be perfect. Their course has to be the best camera, it has to be the best studio, it has to be the best background. It does not. It does not. Okay, you need to open this group fast because the launch is not a big event. It's just a stepping stone for you to get your business going. Okay. It's the biggest flex. The biggest flex isn't a flawless launch, right? It's actually just starting your business. It's actually getting the offer up and running so people can actually push the button and pay you. And that's the problem too for a lot of you dance instructors. If you don't have an offer, of course you're not going to make money. Of course people aren't going to be wanting to work with you because they don't have anything to choose from. There's no options. Remember, you're building something real. So just open the doors and grow from there and allow your tribe and the people that join you to help you build it. Step 5, open your school account. There's a link below in the description. Once you open it, you got 14 days of a free school trial, right? I'll teach you how to use this very strategically. But 30%, 50%, 100%, or 0. What does this mean? Open your account no matter if you have 30% of the actual recorded content done, no matter if you have 50%, no matter if you have all of it finished, or even if you have 0 of the video content done. Don't forget that people are wanting access to you. So you could open a school and in the first month only have Zoom calls and Q&A calls and community calls where you are talking to your tribe. You're talking to your founding members and you're saying, "Hey, what would you like me to create? What type of workshops do you want?" They will pay. I'm telling you, they will join you because if you're traveling around the world as a dance instructor and you're in Vietnam and then you're in Canada, the people in Vietnam would love to stay connected with you at some point in some type of way. They want to still be connected and be able to learn from you. Okay, so don't let the fact that you may not have all of your recordings done defer you from opening your school account, because what's going to happen is you're going to keep pushing it back and you won't ever do it. So upload your graphics, organize your classroom, welcome posts, and get ready for your founding members. So once you open, you need to do all of these things, which is really simple. It's just kind of designing your account. Let's move. Step 6. All right, here we go. Invite your founding members. Start with your email list. I hope you have an email list. If you've been teaching for amount of years, I hope you have an email list, but if you don't, it's okay. So you would start with emailing your list about and just inviting them to your community. Make sure you make it all about the benefits of it for them, what's in it for them, where you're going to take them, what are y'all going to be having. Let them know that. Also, you can use DMs and message and invite past students or your current one-on-one students, okay? Also, the local students that you are in front of, if you're teaching somewhere and you're locally, and then whenever you go teach in person, you're always telling people about the offers that you have and how they can partner with you to get better. It's not selling. I know that you might not like to sell or market yourself, but you have to be better at this as a dance instructor and take advantage of you traveling and being in front of lots of different people, because you don't necessarily have a lead generation like other business owners do. You have more of an offer issue, which you need to have offers, and you have a systems issue, which you need to have a structure for those people to go to your Instagram, which they will always do, and then get into your ecosystem by having every digital product you have for them. They can join your newsletter list, a wait list, or they can just join your community and pay you, right? So most of the time, that's the issue that I see with dance instructors, that they don't have an offer and it's not specific, and there's just not a great delivery method for the structure of business they want. All right. After, if you don't have an email list, go ahead and use stories and polls and questions on your social media. So Instagram, Facebook, any of the social medias, start to use your stories over a reel or a regular post to engage with your tribe and try to see and try to invite them and let them know what the community is about. Always lead with the benefits. Always talk about where your clients and audience may be struggling. Put that pain point, talk about the pain points in the struggle, talk about where they're going to be when you are kind of marketing on the stories and trying to get people into your group. Exactly. Sell the transformation and benefits, not the price. You want to paint a picture for them about what the next 6 months to 12 months is going to be in the community, and what is it going to do for their dancing, their confidence, or their progress. Allow them to recognize that yes, it's going to take investment of time to get to this result that they really want. But some cool things you can also do is talk about the quick wins that you can give them. What kind of quick wins can you give them in 30 days, in 90 days? And then that's going to keep them in the group the first 90 days. And then they will be on the journey for 6 to 12 months with you and getting progress. And make sure on all of your social media bios, your link is the only link in the bio. I know that you want to have a link tree and you want to have these other things where people can find you. But if you're going to have other links, especially on Instagram, you need to put school community link as your first one, so it is seen from your bio. And then if they click on it, you can put all the other links under that. But I highly recommend, if you're really trying to build this business, this is where you need to push everybody to your school community. Step number 7, choose the right price. Okay, your first 3 to 5 members should pay enough to cover your school costs, depending on what you're charging. I recommend, if you're going to start pricing low for your first week's launch, it can be as low as $35 to $49 a month, only if you want to, right? You don't have to start off at that because you're an expert, and you should start at least at $49 a month. So if you want to build momentum, you want to get more sales, you can offer a launch special, which is $300, $400 for the whole year, which is a total no-brainer price that people would likely take you up on, right? And you can do that for the first week when you publicly announce it, or you can only do that for your private email list or private clients that you've had. You can give them the founder special and allow them to get kind of first dibs of a great price for the whole year. And then once you launch to the world on your social media, you can bump the price up to a monthly $49 at least, right? The long-term goal is for you to be charging $99 to $150 in your community, and for your members to really feel like they're getting 10x the value of that every month. Step 8 is engage and grow your community. So the launch is just the beginning. That's why you've got to hurry up and launch it and get going and get some people in there and start connecting with them, engaging with them. So you'll be checking in with your members daily, making sure that you're keeping up with what they're saying, questions they're asking, any wins that they're posting. Really start to engage at least once a day. Post and create. You can create certain posts for them and recorded video at least twice a week, being more active, giving them something to look at, something to comment on, or maybe practice. And then make sure when you get into your community, you are asking, what do they want next? What's been most helpful? The more involved that they feel, the longer they will stay and the more for referrals they'll get you. So the biggest thing, step 8, was once you get people into your community, hit them, talk to them in the DMs, one-on-one, and really use the polls inside of the school community to engage and see what you need to add. So this is very important. This is exactly why you don't need to have everything recorded and done, is because you want to get people in here that actually have paid for you, actually want to be here, and they are going to help build this community faster than you can believe. Okay? So if you want one-on-one coaching and some mentorship about how to grow and start your community, click the link in my bio, click the link in the description, and book a call with me. These are the 8 steps that it is going to take for you to quickly launch your dance school community on school.com. If you would like me only to set up your school community, I can do that as well. And if you would like an even more detailed, exact checklist of exactly what you need to do once you open your account and how to set it up in the back end of school, I got you. Click the link in the description, and I'm going to email you over a checklist that you can get started with right now. All right.